Morning. It is Tuesday, April 2nd. So let's do the cards and see what we have today. Okay. First card out is Faith. Faith. Next is Activation, Wind. Next is Balance. I like that, like the leaf. You can see the veins of the leaf. Balance. Next we have the Arousing. Oh, when that hits. And last we have Forget-Me-Not, Clear Seeing. Okay, so let's put this together. Clear Seeing. Okay. We'll start here. This is the main thing. That shock that can awaken Kundalini, that energy. Let's read the whole thing. The arousing, shock, a crisis, upheaval, awe-inspiring, dramatic power shifts, unpredictability, a shake-up that's a wake-up. Okay. This can happen in one's journey. Maybe you don't have a full Kundalini awakening. Maybe this is just a close call, something that just really shocks your system. Okay, so when that happens, it's important to really stay in balance. And I just saw something that I never saw in this card before, an Om up here. there is an Om up there hidden in the leaf. Come to balance. Stay in balance within yourself, within nature, within, the world at large. Okay? Because as things move, wind, activation, you can activate things with mantra, speech also. That's a movement of the wind. Okay? And during that time, you need to develop and have faith, continue in faith. If you're going to get something and clear seeing, have a teacher, have an aide that has clear seeing that can help one progress through these times of turbulence. Now, I just had somebody come to me, and let me see if I can get this, because I want to get this exactly right. Exactly right. Let me find here if I can get to the beginning here. Okay. They write to me out of the blue, okay, and says, I've been a seeker for 30 years. How can you help me end my seeking? I suffer every day from fear and anxiety. Okay? They don't, no greeting, no hello, just basically, what can you do for me? Okay? This is not the way you approach a spiritual teacher. With this, not even a greeting, not even hello Swamiji, not even hello Ganga, not even nothing. Just what can you do for me? I'm a seeker, I'm hurting, I tried these other things before, nothing's worked for me, what can you do for me? Really? This is the way you approach somebody? For aid? And so basically I asked, well, how's that working for you? When you've had enough, you can change, but nobody can wave a magic wand to do it for you. And they said, well, I tried so many spiritual teachers' methods. I've tried so many and nothing works. Well, not a surprise. Not a surprise. So anyway, I had it was a short conversation because basically they want somebody, they're in a poor me saga. They want a pill, a magic wand. I'm telling them there's no magic wand. You have to be the one to pull yourself out of it. Teachers can give you things to aid you, but you have to put it into motion. There is no magic pill. You're not compassionate. You're not, and they start going off. You're not realized. You're not compassionate. And you're an idiot. Okay? So, anyway, the point being, if you want help from a spiritual teacher, a spiritual master, you don't come and just start demanding and saying, what can you do for me? Okay? This is not the way one goes and asks for help. So, again, if you're somebody and you're looking to have a little feathered nest put into place where you can just get, and more than likely this is be a person that's mommy and daddy had taken care of and made a little feathered nest for them, okay, and basically cripple them. You have to gain strength in yourself, and a spiritual path is not easy. People want it handed to them. They don't want to face any difficulties. They want somebody to say, oh, you poor dear, you've suffered so much. Okay, they want another mommy or daddy, but that's not going to get anyone out of suffering. Their idea of compassion is somebody that says, you poor thing. Let me just love you, love you, love you, love you to death. And make all your little hurts go away. I'm going to tell you it's all okay. No, genuine compassion is kicking somebody in the behind when they need it. Okay? Not hearing what your ego wants to hear. That's not compassion. Okay? So again, if you're going to a spiritual teacher and you're in the midst of shake-up, know also that a good spiritual teacher may shake you up even more to get you to look and delve deeper into what needs to be seen so that one can progress. Okay? And during this, you need to keep in balance. Okay? They will give you mantras, they will give you things to activate, to help you to go forward, but you have to have faith. And this is what I was trying to tell this person as well. They don't have any clear seeing, but because they didn't hear things the way they want to hear it, they are in judgment about you as a teacher, as your spiritual where you're at in consciousness. Yes, they have nothing to judge by except for their failed ego, which doesn't know which way to go. Okay? Again, spiritual path, you're not always going to hear what you want to hear. You're going to hear those things which are shake-ups that are hard to hear. The most grace I ever got from my teacher that I had that broke through the last of the conditionings wasn't an, oh honey, you're so wonderful. They looked at me with these tantric eyes, flames. And what they said to me, I was mute for 3 days. I could not speak. I could not open my mouth. And that was the ultimate compassion. Not this mealy, oh, you're so wonderful. Let's fluff it up for you, make it so easy. We're going to fluff it up. Okay? Real compassion is not always this fluffy little thing of angel tunes that you want to hear. Real compassion is giving it to you straight, honestly, out of integrity. Okay? So again, this person says 30 years they've been searching, 30 years, and nothing's helped them. So you're trying to give them, out of grace, because they've come in a very disrespectful way to begin with, out of grace, you're trying to tell them there is no magic pill. Buddha wouldn't do that. Christ wouldn't do that, wouldn't treat me this way. You're not realized. Well, yeah, Buddha would. Okay? Buddha would have told you you need to do the search. Even Christ, even Christ was not able to heal those in his town because they had no belief. They had no faith. So when you run around the internet and you come to teachers and you're disrespectful to begin with, you have no faith to begin with. There's nothing they can do for you. Okay? Even Christ. If somebody comes to them and say, what are you going to do for me? Christ would have sent them down the road. Okay? How long must I suffer this generation? Okay. Even he was trying to say, I'm trying to give out this message. I'm trying to give what's going to help you, and all you want are loaves and fishes and this and that. I'm trying to give you something, you know, for eternity, something to really aid you. And they're coming for the miracles, for this, for that. They have to keep running away into the hills and say, I need to get away from these people for a while. It's like, you know. So anyway, the point being, you know, in the journey here, truth is one, but it's not free. It's not free in the sense that really, I gave up everything I owned a number of times to gain this nugget kernel of truth because it is so valuable. The pearl of great price. You know how pearls are formed? Through suffering. Irritation. Okay. That piece of sand gets in there and irritates, and they keep making this nacre to cover over the sand to get rid of this irritation. That's how the path is one. Okay? I went into an esoteric order. I had to give up everything I owned. Okay? When I got my money from the military, rather than buying a house and securing myself, I gave up everything I owned and I went to where I needed to be. Okay? Nobody handed. And it wasn't an easy journey. It never is an easy journey. You have to want it more than the next breath. You have to be willing to, come in humility, seeking, not this challenging demeanor of arrogance. Because no spiritual teacher owes anybody anything. They do it out of compassion. Okay? Because they don't want to see people suffering. But if you come with an arrogance, they know there's nothing they can give you. Because they're always looking for something to judge, something to put on that they can say, I was right. Okay? You can't work with somebody like that. Not possible. Because if you don't come with faith, if you don't come in sincerity, not out of this idea that I'm hurting, so you owe me, and you give me right now. Again, very telling. Two things are telling. If somebody comes, not even a greeting, not a hello, not an introduction, I'm this, a little background, just challenging demeanor. Or if somebody comes in the opposite, oh, Gucci, I would just want to love and sit at your feet with your holiness. when they're in that demeanor, they need to go down the road as well. Because, you know, they're in fantasy land. And they are looking for something to be what's in their mind's eye. And when it's not like what they project that it should be, they become vipers. The nastiest people you'd ever see. So, again, if you are a spiritual seeker and you are going to a teacher, to a realized being, realized master, don't have this idea that a realized being, a realized master is going to be, you know, walking on air, playing a harp. Okay. That's not it. Okay. Realization is coming to that freedom of consciousness. Okay. Baggage is gone. But it doesn't mean they become a patsy for every poor me story and saga out there of clinging and just really not willing to listen, not willing to hear, not willing to progress. Okay, so I'm going to leave this here, and especially in those that are having Kundalini awakenings, when this energy wakes up and all of a sudden you're in a world of hurt, you are seeing visions, you are seeing auras, you are hearing sounds that nobody else is hearing, music, crickets, birds. I mean, there's all sorts of levels of the nadi as it's going through the energetic system. You'll hear all sorts of sounds. Okay. You'll feel heat. You'll feel like you're going to spontaneously combust in any second. You'll have dreams of snakes, of fires, of exploding buildings, of all sorts and manner of things that become very, very, very real, shocking, just point blank in your face. So many things will be happening, okay, that are really out of the ordinary. One night when I was going through Kundalini was so crazy. I went out and the whole living room was silver, like a silver fog. You're going through a silver fog. You're having dreams of flying. You're having dreams of, you know, interactive dreams. And when realization happened, all that goes away. You don't have any of that any longer. You don't have the dreams, you don't have the visions, you don't have any of that stuff. That all, the Kriyas end. Now when Kundalini awakens, and all of a sudden you're sitting there, and you haven't asked for this. I didn't ask for Kundalini to awaken. I had no idea what Kundalini was. Okay? And when it opens, all of a sudden your hands are starting to do, you know, what is going on? Okay? You're doing yoga moves. Your body is spontaneously going into yoga postures. You're going, what is going on? Okay? You may be doing the Kali eyes and the Kali tongue. Like the lion, like that lion pose they do in yoga. Automatically. And you're going, and you don't know what's happening. That could be very frightening. Okay? It can be very frightening. So it's important at that time, if you're going through that, to find somebody that's made the journey that can aid and guide, give you some things to help balance, to help take you through that journey. But nobody can do it for you. Nobody can take it away. They can only offer guidance, and you have to make the journey yourself. So again, don't go to a teacher and expect a magic pill, a wand that they're going to give you to make things better immediately. And if you're not willing to do the journey, to take the time, there's not going to be success. It's that simple. It's that simple. Okay? People say they're suffering, and I want you to take me out of my suffering immediately. Well, no, this is a journey you have to make to find out that you are the one that is making yourself suffer by your own mental ideations and clinging and aversion. Okay? But if you're not willing to hear anything, then how can you be helped? You can't. Okay. So that's why when you go, again, if you are going to go to a teacher, you want help, at least be respectful when you write to them. At least give a greeting rather than jumping in and just saying, what can you do for me? Okay, because again, you're not owed anything. I did not put you in this situation. No spiritual teacher has put you in the situation you are in. You have done that to yourself. So be respectful when you're asking for aid. Ask for aid, not in a challenging manner, because they will send you packing down the road. You're not ready. Okay? You're not ready. And none of your backlash and spewing is going to change that. Okay? So I'm going to leave this here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful morning. And, all you can do is continue to do your journey one step at a time, one breath at a time, one cognition at a time. And again, this is something that takes years of observation, questioning, but it has to be done from honesty, integrity, transparency, sacredness, and I'll add simplicity. Okay. So I hope everyone's having a great day. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you online. Aho.